We are leaving Wrightsville Beach today. There's a lot of wind in the anchorage today. And we're gonna be heading to a marina that we're gonna leave the boat for the entire Christmas break while we go home and hang out with family at that time. So the fun part, it's 10 miles away. It is down current at this hour, so that's a huge plus. The issue is where we're anchored right now is pretty deep, so we actually have 160 feet of chain I need to pull in. So that's gonna be a while. And then we have to motor dead into the wind because there's no space to tack, and a little bit into a current just to get into the ICW again. And then we'll follow the tide and current and all straight down towards Southport. The marina we're gonna stop at is right at the entrance to Snowcut, which I've never been there, but according to a very salty pirate that we ran into, Snowcut channel can get tides, or can have currents in excess of 9 and 10 knots. So he said you must like get that at the right tide. He's seen a boat go aground because they tried to go against the tide and they couldn't, and they ended up running into a rock. So we're gonna probably drop the hook near that marina, get all our dock lines set, and then go from there. So our friends that showed us how to make bread were on that boat, and then our other friend is on an Auberg 30 and he's already departed. So he's heading as far south as he can. He wants to get to Florida in a hurry. And over here, there's a gorgeous cutter. So it's been a really, really fun trip so far. I'd say our favorite thing about this whole trip has been the people we run into. And the really cool thing with the cruising community is it's very close knit. So here at Wrightsville Beach is actually our first time that we've run into people again, which we've thought has been just a very big highlight to cruising. So we met Eloa and Annabelle over in Oriental, and then they left, and then we left shortly after, and then we met them here again. So that's been fun. And Dominic on the Auberg, we met him very briefly. He arrived pretty much when we were leaving, and so we got to know him a lot better here while playing card games on the boat and hanging out at different places. Today is sunny and slightly warmer, but really windy, and we're fighting a current for only 1 mile, and then the other 9 miles of our journey will be downstream. But there's a good bit of wind right now, so hopefully as we venture further inland into the ICW, the wind will, calm down and give us a break here. Raising the anchor today was a team effort. There's no way I could have done it alone. Maddie was a huge, huge help. So what she did, she steered with the throttle to like motor us up towards the anchor while I cranked like crazy. Now it's really deep here, there's a strong current, strong headwind, and a ton of boats packed really close together. So as soon as the anchor was up, Maddie had complete control of the boat while I just got the anchor into the roller. And she was steering us through a very crowded anchorage. It was insane. So thank you very much for that. So all this motor power that we're using is just to fight the wind. I was looking at a piece of seaweed next to us, and we're not going much faster than it, but we're doing 2.5 knots over ground. So it's this incredible, right now it's 27 knots of wind blowing us back. And it's directly on the nose, so we can't actually sail because it's a narrow channel. So it's quite frustrating.
Well, we made it here. It's very pretty. We are about to just go ahead and check in. I think we're gonna stay here on the fuel dock tonight, and then tomorrow we'll be able to move. The winds are just insane today, so it makes it a little hard. It's quite the narrow passage to get into these slips, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so tomorrow we're gonna need to move from here to right there. I think we have like a 15-minute window that we can do it in between slack and high tide. So that'll be our time. We'll worry about that tomorrow. For now we're just gonna take a walk. About the fact that they have this kind of industrial-sized washer here, because it means that we can wash our comforter, which is super exciting. It's the little things.
We got the boat switched over, so we're no longer on the fuel dock, which is ironic because we have an electric motor, and we're now in the marina. Right now, at about mid-tide, we have about 4 inches under our keel. So we're going to be sitting high and dry in a couple hours. But at high tide, we're able to float a bit. So we'll be able to leave when the time comes.
We just walked 2 miles, so I really hope this is worth it. But this place seems really cool. It's got live music, lights and stuff, so we're going to eat here. I bet this is really fun in the summer.
And then we're doing shots from right there.
They have Uber in this town, so we're going to meet our Uber car, which is going to take us to the airport, which is going to provide us with a car so that we can go home for Christmas.
So most rental car companies, they want you to do a round trip rental, which is where you rent it and then return it to the same location. If you do a one-way rental, they usually charge a ton of money, like cents per mile. And going from North Carolina all the way up to Maryland, would be about $300 and some. But there's a loophole. If you rent, this other way. If you rent from an airport to an airport, they tend to not charge any one-way fee. So that's what we're doing. We're going from Wilmington Airport to BWI. And the whole rental comes out to be like $200.
Oh, we can't get out.
And we're going back this way now. So we got our rental car and we got the keys. We just gotta find it.
We are looking for our car. Found it! Now we're gonna go back to the boat. And we'll have our car ready to leave early in the morning tomorrow. Feels really weird to be saying goodbye to wisdom for a whole month. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to become a sailing buddy, you can click the link down below to our Patreon account.
Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And when you click subscribe, make sure you click on the little bell in the annotation. That way you get notifications as soon as our next video is uploaded.
Thanks so much!